Hello everyone, how are you? My name is Holly Heyerman and I am excited today to talk about this topic, big mistakes in home businesses. So home business mistake to avoid. And today we're going to talk about something that plagues not only the people on my team, but I know from being at this for so long that so many other businesses, not even necessarily Beachbody. I am involved in a home-based business known as Beachbody. So if you've ever heard of P90X, Insanity, Shakeology, PiYo, Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, ChaLEAN Extreme, T25, you can name them all, right? Almost any fitness infomercial that you see on television is the company that I represent, Beachbody. But there are so many other home-based businesses out there. LulaRoe, of course, Arbonne, gosh, you name it. It's out there. The eyelash ones. There's a new one for wine. There's so many. You know what? It really doesn't matter what kind of home-based business that you get involved in. What matters is what you do with it. And so what I like to do is I like to share my answers. I like to share the problems that I've had, the things that I've done wrong in hopes that I'm going to save you time, gray hairs, and some money along the way. So if you didn't catch my video a couple weeks ago or a little while ago about number one mistake about should I print business cards or not, go back and watch that. Let's talk about something that is really specific. You just got started, or maybe you're just deciding to get started, right? Because a join date is one thing, but a start date, that's a whole nother thing, right? So if you're just now getting started, I want to expedite the process for you, and I'm going to beg and plead with you. Please do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and don't make this mistake. Are you ready for it? Biggest mistake, and so many people do it, and it's okay because I did it too, is to avoid talking to the people who are closest to you. You're like, oh no, but I don't want to be one of those people who just gets their friends and family to join. And it's funny because sometimes I'll talk to people on my team and I'm like, okay, who have you talked to? And they're like, oh, I've only talked to my mom, or I've only talked to my sister, I've only talked to my best friend. And I say, good. Or they've gotten some people together for a group and say, well, it's just my family members. And I say, good. You know why? Because those are the people who already know you. They like you. They trust you. The warm market is the best place for you to start. Building a relationship online takes a lot longer. Talking to a cold market takes a lot longer. But if you can literally just sit down across the way from your best friend and say, yo, and this is exactly what I did when I got started. I called up my BFF and I said, yo, look, this is what's happening. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want you to join me because I really think that we could not only make a killing, but we could help a lot of people in the process. And that spiel worked because I could be me. I didn't feel like I had to prepare anything. I just said, look, do this with me. Let's do this together. Which that wouldn't really work if I just walked up to Joe Schmo on the street and I said, hey, I'm doing this business. Just do this with me. Just do this together. I don't know what I'm doing. Would that have worked? Heck no! So that's the number one, is to avoid the people who are in your warm market. The people who know, like, and trust you. And I know what you may be saying. Listen, but you might be sitting there going, but Holly, this is the third one that I've tried. Do I go back to my friends and family again? And this is what I say. I say you have to at least tell people what you're doing. Whether they're interested or not, no big deal. But here's the deal. And one of my mentors from afar, and Eric Youre, said this. He wrote the book Go Pro, fantastic book on how to present in network marketing and multi-level marketing home-based businesses. And one of the things he said was, it all comes down to your integrity. So depending on your track record up until this point today, meaning who you've been, your follow-through rate, your reliability, right? Depending on all of those things with your family and friends, when you first announce your home-based business to them, or you tell them about a new product or service that you're repping, you will be punished in a good or a bad way for your reputation. So if you've been one of those people who has said 5, 10 times already, oh no, this time I'm really getting going, then you know what? That will be a longer process than if this is the first time, or if you have a really good track record of falling through on your word. If you're the person who says, I will be there, and you're always there, then people are more likely to trust your word. That's neither here nor there. Now, I don't want you to throw in the towel and say, but I tried before and it didn't work. Here's the deal. You sticking to something, that's building a whole new reputation. And it's so funny because in home-based businesses, if you want to beat 90% of the people who do home-based businesses, just stick it out for a year. Stick it out for a year. And I'm not talking about just be a distributor signed up for a year. I'm talking like be consistent, consistently moving your message forward, consistently inviting people, consistently say, hey, I'm doing this. Will you do this with me? And not really waiting for people to rally under you before you get moving, but really you decide, I'm doing this. Do you want to do this with me? And that's really going to help. So that is my message for you today. You want to talk to your warm market first. Your friends and family, they know you, they like you, they trust you. However, they may have been like, well, I've seen that you have said 20 times in the past that you are going to do X, Y, Z, and you have yet to do it. So you're going to have to pay for that. But that's where personal development, personal growth, and your accountability that you set up with the person who brings you into this business, you've got to set up some solid accountability with them. I have people who've joined my team who literally have said, this is my 3rd, 4th, 5th attempt at something like this. I need you to get on my butt and make sure that I do stuff because I need to be accountable to somebody. And I say, heck yeah. I am just remember that I want you to join with somebody who's going to be there for you. That's really important. But I also want you to remember that you are really important to show up in the lives of the people that you introduce this to. So like I said before, if you just stick with it 2 years and be consistent, not just, I'm talking about be consistent, consistently inviting people to do things with you, sharing things that are working for you. If you're just consistent, then people will start to build up that reputation that they have of you, that view of you, and that trust increases. And that is also what you do with your cold market too. And I hate using those terms, warm market, cold market. I was a marketing minor. I did get that in college, but oh my gosh, that's so many years ago. I don't know if I could remember anything, but there's some technical terms, yada, yada, yada. But this is honestly what it's about. What it all boils down to is when you decide to join a home-based business, here's my recommendations. Number 1, you join one that you really love. You like the products, right? So it's not like you're feeling phony, like, yeah, I really think that you should do this. I don't do it, but I really think you should. That's fake. That's phony. Please don't be that. That's a salesperson. You could go get a job selling cars or selling something in the mall, whatever you want, if that's what you want to do to be a salesperson. But if you really want to help people change their lives, then what you do is, number 1, find a company that aligns with you. You love the products, right? You use them yourself. So you might as well get a discount too. And then the second thing is, remember that you are helping people financially. You're helping them. So I know the stigmatism and the worry about approaching your family and friends and sharing a business with them is that you're going to scare them away. You're going to make them feel uncomfortable. You are going to feel icky. Well, here's my tip. Just don't be weird. Don't be icky. Just tell them, look, I'm doing this. It's like, honestly, to me, it's like inviting somebody to a birthday party. I'm not going to get all worked up and worried about, oh no, what are they going to think if I invite them to come to my birthday party, right? What are they going to think? What if they don't come? What if they don't respond? I don't go through this mental stuff anymore. And I understand if you're just getting started or if you're considering it. I understand because I've been there, done that. Trust me. I completely understand. But what I have to tell you is, if you truly believe in the products and the services that you represent, then it's not going to feel weird to say, hey, look, you should try this. Because wouldn't you do that even if you weren't getting a commission on something? If you had a really great retirement plan, wouldn't you just tell your best friend, hey, you need to do this?
If you had a really, really great weight loss solution that you didn't make money from, wouldn't you tell your family, hey, look, this is what I'm doing, check it out? If you had a solution in order to earn more money but work less, and you get to help people in the process, why is it weird that we think we shouldn't tell people about those things? Those are life-saving, time-saving, stress-saving solutions. Life-saving, time-saving, stress-saving. And in the process, you get to be part of a team that recognizes you and promotes you. Home-based businesses rock. They don't have the stigmatism they used to. It's a lot easier than ever because it doesn't cost a lot to get involved in a home-based business. You can set up and close down shop for like hundreds of dollars for an entire year. Of course, I wouldn't recommend that that's what you do. I recommend if you decide to do it, pick somebody who you know, like, and trust, even if it is from afar. Many, most of my mentors are, I learn from them via video and via podcast, and I don't learn from them face to face. They're from afar. And that's okay to do in a business like this. My personal sponsor lives in New York. Oh, no, sorry. When I signed up, she lived in New York. She now lives in Texas. I talk to her maybe twice a year. In the beginning, of course, I talked to her a lot more. But you don't have to live really close to somebody, but you do need to be on board with somebody who knows what they're doing and is going to stick with you, right? So that's what I ask all my coaches who join my team. I'm like, look, if you are going to promote this business, what I ask is that you stay consistent because you want to be a leader. You want to be a leader to them. And I want you, don't build a team if you don't want to take care of them. That's really important, right? So those are my tips for you. Don't avoid your warm market. Don't avoid your family and friends. Why? If I have the cure for financial stress, for stress with health and stress with weight and feeling good about yourself and having great recognition and just being filled up inside, if I have that solution, why would I ever hide that from my family and friends? Why? I wouldn't. And I just recommend that you don't do that either. So that's my recommendation for you. I hope that this helped you. Please feel free to share or you can write a comment below. Thank you all. Mwah. Have a great day. Bye-bye.